Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mustafa here, and I'm here to share some of my observations and the lessons which I've learned from the recent lockdown related to the coronavirus pandemic. Although I would like to reach out to everybody, but my primary focus would be managements of institutions offering academic, professional, and vocational training. I would also like to include edupreneurs and corporates. It's actually an appeal. I appeal to every individual and organization here to quickly initiate a program in crisis management. Yes, a very intensive program in crisis management. And for institutions who are offering this package, I appeal to them to intensify it and take it to the next level. The purpose behind such an initiative is to minimize the loss of life, to increase the preparedness in case we face similar situations in the near future, and restoration to normalcy as soon as possible. Why crisis management? Why do we need a course in crisis management? Before we go into that, let's analyze what happens when we do not have professional hands handling crisis. Yeah, let us see what happens when there are no professional hands handling crisis. It's a rare scene. You will see that police is getting beaten. You will find that the caregivers are chased by the public with sticks and bricks. It's a rare scene. And then you will find that the people are lost. They do not have a sense of direction. They don't get food. They don't get water. They don't get shelters. They are sprayed with chemicals. They are beaten black and blue. And they walk for miles together before they go to sleep. Now, coming back to the point, why is that we need a course, an intensive course in crisis management? Professionals do it better. Generally, professionals do it better. And when you have a professional hand, there is better understanding of the situation, there's better planning, there's better resource mobilization, there is better delegation of responsibilities, better communication, up and down, and there is better supervision, there's periodic updates. There is something which is connected to the grassroots. They know exactly what is happening and they know how to handle it. That's the main thing of having professional hands at work. The next thing that we need to have is when you have an initiative, when you have a training program in crisis management, you will find that we will produce leaders with commitment and dedication, leaders who will go with knowledge and skills in crisis management, and leaders who would even initiate a job for themselves and a career for themselves. Some exceptional ones would turn out to be an NGO, thereby creating not only job for themselves, but they will also create jobs for others. So that's one of the second reason why we need to really initiate a program in crisis management. We are creating employment opportunities. The third point here is when individuals move out and there is a mushrooming set of NGOs, it becomes easier for a national initiative. Any program that is initiated at the national level to be implemented at the local level requires understanding of local culture, local people, local requirements. When you have mushrooming agencies like this, NGOs, it becomes easier to coordinate. For instance, right now, let's take the corona crisis. We have most of the clinics and hospitals, or at least a portion of it is being, turned into a corona treatment facility. Similarly, we could have a crisis intervention center, at all levels and locally that can be coordinated with a national initiative. So it becomes easier for a national program, at the national level, to be implemented at the local level effectively. Okay. Now let us analyze what are the benefits of having, of initiating a crisis management program. The first benefit for an institution is the institution eventually will turn out to be a consultancy unit, offering advice, offering advice at all levels, for example, at the governmental level, at the local level, at the at the middle management level. So it becomes a kind of a consulting unit. It goes beyond the four walls of the institution. The training that the initiative of having a consultancy unit shows that educational institutions have now crossed the borders of the four walls of the institution. It functions as a consultancy unit, providing direction, providing information, providing advice, and so on and forth, and so forth. Next, we go on to the next benefit, which is that training. The organization that initiates a program in crisis management can also run a facility in training the frontline people, middle management people, and advisory people at the advisory level. So it turns out to be a training program, a training facility. The third important thing is that we could have a research facility. Once we establish a research, then what a facility, we have a huge amount of data, and the data becomes the foundation for innumerable activities like seminars, symposium, workshops, and conferences, local, national, international. It also becomes a hub or a base for to initiate an active social media where we can run ongoing programs, connect with people, inform them what is what on a periodic basis. Can have online training programs to increase preparedness. Anybody would require this, whether he is he or she is whether he or she is employed or she is a homemaker, or there are children who would like to have the basics in the knowledge and skills required in any given crisis. Anybody would require this program. So this program is literally open to everybody, online and offline. The next benefit is we could have a broadcasting which can go on the social media. This again, it connects with people. So when you connect, the first thing we have to do is to connect to people and then communicate and then engage them in a certain direction based on the priorities that you design as a planning unit. The next benefit for the institution is the institution earns a name as a caring institute, having the caring attribute, caring for the people who are victims of a certain crisis, caring for the masses. The institution just doesn't get an image of just a place where knowledge and skills are imparted for education, formal education, but it also acquires a caring facet to its image. So these are some of the benefits that can go. Now, how do we go about doing this? We have people who can work on, we have a big set of people who are specialists in areas of logistics, areas of planning. We have a team of doctors, psychiatrists. We have a team of environmentalists. We have advertising and branding specialists. We have marketing people. We have people who can mobilize resources. We have chartered accountants, lawyers, people specialized in constitutional rights, and so many things that we have all the resources available. All we have to do is connect the dots. And this is very vital, and this is right now needed very badly. So I appeal to every organization who has this setup of academic, professional, and vocational training, and independent edupreneurs who would like to come forward. There is this beautiful idea of initiating a life skill program, which is the crisis management program. And those institutions who already have, I appeal to them to take it to the next level. So we are in the middle of crisis and we need to work out something. And we can jointly do it. Another factor which I'd like to inform you is, besides, we also have crises like the economic crisis. Employers have problems, employees have problems, and rehabilitation of the people who are victims to a certain crisis is also needed. So, the problems don't end. There is crisis, 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 and we are right in the middle of all types of crisis. So, we have solid reasons why we need to initiate a program, an intensive and extensive program in crisis management. Before I wind up, I'd like to end up with a note stating, if each one of us can do a little, all of us can do a lot. Bye-bye. Thank you very much.